So this was the fallout from that. Can you hear that upstairs?
Is that you walking?
We are back!
And welcome back to our channel, everybody. If you're new here, welcome to the family. We're so happy to have you. So in light of our new subbies, we thought that we would give you all another poltergeist update. It's been a few weeks, hasn't it?
Been a good few weeks since we've done one of these.
5 or 6 weeks?
Yeah, about that. And there's been a lot happen since we last caught you up on things. So if you don't know what this is about, like every once in a while we like to kind of show you what we've managed to catch on camera and talk to you about them, how we felt when it was going on and stuff like this, and also kind of fill you in with some things that we didn't manage to catch. So strap yourselves in. It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
So with that said, get yourself a brew, turn off the lights, and let's get into the video. Hi everyone. So in a moment I'm going to share a clip with you. It's going to have to be over 2 parts because it's longer than 1 minute long. But basically, we were making a video for our YouTube channel and caught some crazy noises and some weird things that went on. And all I want to say is to all you people who are constantly saying, ignore what's going on in your house, you're just fueling it. This is what happens when we ignore it. Enjoy. Oh, that was the chair. That was the chair downstairs.
That's actually some ruckus.
I'm trying to think what we're going down to now. Anyway, no, continue. We're not doing that.
Right.
Everyone's like, don't give it your attention. So we're going to continue.
Damage control. Anyway, we could hear the tap turn in the bathroom and you can hear the water running. So we were like, what on earth? So as we're getting out of bed, we can hear like So this was the fallout from that chaos. Like the chair in the middle of the room clearly shouldn't be there.
I could hear the chair though. I could hear the like.
Yeah, and then, but what was the banging? Because that was massively loud.
I think it was in the drawers, the doors, or the. I think it must have been.
Are we able to? What about the drawers? Maybe. It was a bit louder than that, wasn't it? Yeah, that kind of replicates it, doesn't it?
Oh,
might have been that as well, actually.
My ears.
Did you have to be so brutal with it?
Sorry.
But
this light's on as well. So if you want to see a kind of a quick update to kind of how we got to this point, you can always go and have a look at our other poltergeist updates. But let's go from here, shall we?
Yeah. So this one, I think we were actually filming our last poltergeist update when this one happened.
Was that when it was?
I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was. So we were recording one of our spooky Sundays and we were rudely interrupted mid-sentence with a lot of crashes, bangs.
But it was kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. So we were like, huh? When we first heard it, it literally stopped us mid-sentence, as you can see. And then we quickly ran downstairs to try and find out what it was. Obviously, we took the camera as well because...
Which was still attached to the tripod.
Yeah, we didn't mess about with that. We were like straight down there. And just to find that the kitchen was a bit of a mess. And... well, we didn't really get to the bottom, did we, of what the bangs were? I
think it was either a cupboard or a drawer, just like slamming. Dun, dun, dun.
That's what we hypothesised.
Yeah.
It was weird yet wonderful at the same time.
So I love that we caught it while we were in the middle of doing something.
Yeah. So there was quite a lot of build-up on the way to this one, wasn't there?
Yeah, so we'd heard, or we thought we'd heard, the chair being dragged across the tile floor in our kitchen. Which stopped us, but we were like, no, we're going to carry on. And the reason we thought we would carry on is because people often comment that if we paid attention, it's going to make it worse. So we heard it, we carried on because we didn't pay it any attention, but it made it worse.
You can't win. So my thinking is we could have provoked that by talking about it going on.
Well, we were, yeah,
because we were talking about our experiences prior to this happening. which I reckon could have provoked a reaction, potentially. I don't know.
I feel like he's often listening, he's often around us. So maybe he's like, guys, now's my chance.
Oh, do you know what we need to do?
What?
We need to invest. We just watched Paranormal Activity, right? We binged it from like 1 to like whatever the latest one is, Ghost Dimensions or something. We need to get that camera that can pick up that like black mist thing.
The one from the 80s.
Yeah. We need to do that. We need to pick up one of them cameras and just kind of have it around all the time. What do you think?
Love the idea.
Let's do it. So this is something that actually always happen, and I've mentioned it in previous videos, but whenever we seem to talk about it, activity always picks up. It's like feeding the attention to it. And also, little spoiler update, we still haven't got one of them black cameras. I'm not even sure they exist anymore. We did actually try and look for one, but couldn't find it. But yeah, that kind of activity would always happen, and as you're going to see in future videos, you're going to see that the activity always ramps up whenever we're interacting or talking about it. It's like it just feeds the energy to it.
So this next video, you can go back and you can watch that whole spirit box session, but we kind of just did this. What you're seeing now is just a quick kind of like
little highlights
sort of reel, isn't it? But effectively what you see there is we're doing a spirit box session, and I'm tempted to do another one soon. So if you're interested, let us know, leave us a little comment about that. And we were obviously getting some kind of intelligible responses, but while it was happening, we were hearing noises from upstairs.
Yeah.
Now, this is something that regularly happens. And by regularly, I don't mean the same time every night. What I mean is it's just part of our life and our time in our home.
Yeah.
These things happen. We'll hear noises from other rooms. It'll be a door shutting, or it'll be a handle kind of moving, making that metallic squeaking sound.
Yeah.
Or it'll be kind of footsteps. Only last night, I was awake, Ben was asleep, and I could hear footsteps coming up the stairs, which is...
I'm so glad that these things happen when I'm asleep and you're not. Like, that makes me just... I just feel so comforted.
Well, I instantly just sat up, put my phone on, and was trying to see if something was going to come up. I was like thinking, please, David, let me see you. I want to see your beautiful face.
Can you please stop flirting with the ghost, by the way? I'm getting a little bit jealous.
He's the other man in my life. What can I say?
Oh!
So yeah, we managed to capture the noises that were coming from upstairs while we were doing our spirit box session. That was the room above us.
Obviously, some of the answers that we got were very specific. Like, if it was, I mean, I don't know how these things work, right? I'm not about to go into it, but how would it give us the name of our cat? First of all, if it was just preloaded words.
Yeah.
How could it give us specific answers?
The responses and things. Yeah.
And in order of us asking the question. I don't know, but...
These guys might know, you guys might know. Some people might have kind of a logical answer for it. So,
if you
as
do,
always, let us know. Yeah. We are always open for opinions. We're always open for people's knowledge and things like that.
No comments there, or else you might end up on a Thursday video. So this is always something that still happens. We often hear walking up and down the stairs, across the landing. Often we'll hear it in the next room, kind of walking into the room. So often me or Lainey will be sat on the sofa on our phones or whatever, if it's in the evening, hear the footsteps, glance up and find no one walking in. It is the most creepy thing because you know that it's happening. Sometimes you will look up and it will still be happening. So horrifying stuff when it does happen. And also, it's like what I said when I reacted to that spirit box session a couple of videos ago. The answers were so specific, so incredible, that if it was preloaded, then the app developers have done such an incredible job to give such specific answers that they deserve a lot more credit than what they get. Guys, I've just been sent this literally within the first couple of minutes of this video going out. Saz Louise with your little hawk eyes. I don't know how you've done it, but you've done it again. Have a little look.
Upstairs, come down to us. Saz Louise, if you don't know, is one of our... I like to call them our community. I don't think it's a fan. I don't think we have fans. I don't think we have followers, although I know that's a terminology. But part of our community, and she is the ninja.
She's got hawk eyes, man.
Things that we never see.
She's probably seen something in this video already, and she's like, oh.
But we don't know what this is. So obviously we were in the middle of doing that same spirit box session.
It was the same one, yeah.
And was it an orb? Was it... Well, I don't know. I don't know what it was, but she spotted it and we wanted to share it with you all.
And it looked like... You know when you breathe when it's cold?
Yeah.
And there's like that mist that comes out your mouth and you look like a dragon. It was like that. Like, it was like a... But I don't know what it is. I don't... No. Like, the way she described it, it was like a what's the word, manifesting
yeah, maybe,
you know, when it like comes into a bit of form.
Yeah.
I don't know personally, I'm not an expert on this stuff, but if you have an idea of what that could possibly be,
yeah, let
me know, because I'd love to know.
Same. And one thing I feel that has kind of progressed in what we're experiencing in the house is that we're starting to pick up and see things on the camera more than just things moving.
Yeah.
Does this make sense? So not just objects moving, which continues to happen. We're starting to see things that we can't explain moving. Yeah. I don't know if it's progress or if we're just more like in tune with it.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a good point.
One thing I really feel like is important that I point out is that, and we get asked this all the time, do we think that things are getting worse? And I truly don't. I don't think things are getting worse.
So I don't think things are getting worse in the sense that like anything aggressive's happening or like we're getting harmed in any way. No, but I think it's getting stronger. Is that a term that you'd use? I think when there's things happening, there's more happening.
There's more that you can't kind of write off.
Yeah.
That you can't like, logically explain. And I think maybe in that sense we could call it stronger. But not worse in a negative way where we're fearful or where we...
feel like we need to leave.
Yeah. I feel a bit like...
Yeah, this, again, is another thing that is a first, actually, having some mist kind of appear. And like I say, the viewers of those older videos were absolutely incredible, kind of capturing things that we completely would have missed, never would have noticed, and it would have just gone under the rug. But because these people highlighted it, we were then able to highlight it, and then it just led to more and more things being seen, spoken about, captured, all the rest of it. And it was truly wonderful. And that was one thing that we'd never experienced before, and it was kind of the first turning point of, wow, like, there's some manifestation going on here.
Here watching, what's this then?
The Possession of Hannah Grace.
Okay, The Possession of Hannah Grace. And we keep thinking, well, I thought on 2 occasions I'd seen something. You did too, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm fairly
here.
certain I've seen something.
So we're going to prop this up on our trusty salt mill.
So this one was pretty weird in the sense that it took me back to when we first moved in, because when we first moved in, like before me and Lainey actually kind of acknowledged that there was something going on, out of the corner of my eye I could always see shadows and figures of people, but like I always just kind of wrote it off like nothing's there. Like I've just looked, nothing's there, so it must just be me playing like tricks on myself.
Yeah.
So in that way, it was like a bit nostalgic.
It was, wasn't it?
But just to give you some context, we were sat watching a horror movie. We were watching, what was it, Possession of Hannah Grace?
Yeah.
Great film. If you haven't seen it,
yeah, go and watch it.
It took us 7 attempts to try and finish it. That's
a mixture of exhaustion and not being mentally prepared to be like watching a horror movie that's scary.
Yeah, it was just terrifying. Probably the scariest I've ever seen.
What was happening was I was watching the movie and then I would be like turning like this because I'd be thinking that I was seeing movement, like shadow movement at the corner of my eye across the room.
Yeah.
And it probably happened like 3 or 4 times. And then you say, are you seeing something there? And I go, I keep thinking I'm seeing something. And you go, me too.
Yeah. So what we did, we thought, hopefully it will carry on because it's been going on for like the past few minutes. We set up the camera facing in the direction of where it was going on. We wanted to show that we were authentic, so we set up the camera, we just left it on, we carried on watching the film, and then we just sped up the bits that we couldn't see anything going on. And lo and behold, we caught some shadows. It was weird.
I was a little bit annoyed, if I'm honest, because I felt like the shadows in like that we could see in real life were a lot more clear than what we did catch on the video.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we still managed to catch it. So of course, we wanted to share it with you guys.
Yeah, there's not much else to say on that one, really.
I was trying really hard.
Terribly bitter.
I was. But don't be too scared. Too scared.
That. Oh man, do I do that?
Mash or anything of mash or anything of attention. So finally, this brings us to our last clip that we wanted to share with you. This is off the back of our most recent video, which came out on Thursday. We recorded it on Wednesday night. And it was just us having a laugh, taking the mick a little bit out of ourselves and just making light of the negative comments that we get, because why not?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of people kind of picked out a few different orbs. So
yeah.
I've seen a few comments kind of like, what are orbs? Orbs basically is the beginning of the manifestation of a ghost, poltergeist, whatever you want to call
it.
Let's
just say spirit.
Yeah, so it's like the beginning of the manifestation. It's kind of the way that they show themselves without showing themselves,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
Initially.
Yeah, and it kind of comes across as like a little...
Did you hear it?
Yeah, that was a big thud. So it kind of comes across as like a little spot or white light.
Just kind of like a floating sort of movement across, well, if
across
you
the
think about the
screen,
camera, it's going to be across the screen.
Now, obviously, a lot of people kind of think that it could be dust. It could be dust. Maybe I'm clutching at straws with it.
I have been told I need to dust.
You know, as always, let us know what you think. If you think it's dust, fair enough. If you think it is an orb, then fair enough. We've finally seen him. We know who it is. We've got a face. We've got a face. We've got a face, and here it is.
You are you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Do not let anyone make you doubt yourself or question yourself. Should I have done this?
Yeah.
Should I have acted this way? No. If people don't like you for you, it's their loss.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to have to be the one to deal with it. Oh my god.
Did you get that?
I got a load of grief in the comments because I sent you to go and deal with this cupboard door, and now that door's triggered. So, and I'm not down with that. What the fuck?
So on a far less serious note, this is a parody that somebody has taken their time. Step to Me Dance on TikTok has taken his time, God bless him, to
put a face to our weird experiences.
Make a parody of some of our clips, and we absolutely love it. This is our sense of humour. We make light of our situation. We find humour in the scary moments and the freaky and strange moments. And so this is right up our street. So if you're watching this, thank you for making it. And if you enjoyed it, just go and check them out on TikTok.
Yeah, we'll put it in the description down below. So I've completely forgot about this. That was wild. It still makes me laugh, man. It is amazing. Whenever I'm having a shit day, I just chuck that TikTok on and I just watch it on loop, and I'm just like, yes, someone did that, and that is amazing. But on a far more serious note, back to the whole orb situation. My thoughts on orbs have changed. Controversially, I don't believe in them. I don't believe in orbs. I think it's mostly dust particles. And the more I've watched our footage, especially, although there was one video that I think stands out that we haven't got to yet, that kind of changes my... I don't know, but I'll talk about that when I get to that video. But there was one video that obviously I think could potentially be, but For the rest of it, I don't believe in orbs. I don't think that they're genuine. I think it is just dust floating around the air. And obviously in that video we were jumping about, we were dancing around, flailing our limbs, and I think that would have just like kicked up the dust and got it moving around, and the camera lens has just picked it up because it's invisible to the naked eye. I can see dust right there. It's just how it is. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on whether you believe in orbs or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button. Subscribe if you're new, and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the Haunted Files. And until next time, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.